get up, but buenos dias, okay? Nevertheless, so I'm reading the Bible, as you can see, and I stopped in Joel. I'm not even gonna lie. I remember seeing Joel a few times, but I never really paid attention to it, okay? And I just came across a piece. So this is the second chapter of Joel, and I'm reading the whole book because it's literally 2 pages. And I just stopped to see where it says, Joel pretty much speaks and tells God, you want the people to look at your land and look at your people suffering, and those people speak against your people and say, where's their God? Now, God brought a famine to the land, right? Now, God allowed these locusts to tear this place up, okay? He allowed the locusts to tear this place up, okay? And Joel called, I'm assuming it's Joel because the name of the book of the Bible is Joel. He calls the people to fast. The elderly, the young, the people who preparing to get married, the children, like he called everyone to fast before God and cry out as a body for God to restore this place that God literally destroyed, like just ramshacked. And the people fast and consecrated. And my point that I am saying is, I don't think children should be exempt, because my daughter is not exempt from fasting. And let me explain to you why. Because what we experience, they experience too. What we experience, they experience too. So if we are affected, they are affected. And I don't give my daughter a harsh regulation to follow when we fast. It limits her distractions. It causes us to spend more time together. It causes her to understand who she is. It causes her to understand who I am. It causes her to understand who God is and why God has rules and why it's important for her to follow them. So I limit her phone time. I limit the snacks that she can eat. Honestly, she eats healthy. She's not allowed to have snacks. You limit the time that they get to do befuddling things like play roadblocks. You cannot have roadblocks while you're fasting. No. And it's just like things like that to cause them to be more disciplined so that they know how to follow rules according to the land. It says right here, return to your God. This is Joel chapter 2, 13. Rend your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and compassionate. I'm going to skip down to verse 16. Gather the people, consecrate the assembly, bringing together the elders, gather the children, those nursing at the breast. Let the bridegroom leave his room and the bride her chamber. Let the priest who minister before the Lord weep between the portico and the altar. Let them say, spare your people, Lord. Do not make your inheritance an object scorned, a byword among the nations. Why should they say among the peoples, where is their God? Then the Lord was jealous for his land and took pity of his people. I don't think God will be upset if you called your children to fast with you. I don't think it would harm anything if you called your children to fast with you. So, pray on it. I'm sure God will be very happy and very enthusiastic to receive and see that his children are following his commandments and following his posture. And you will be really happy. You will be really happy. Okay? Because your children deal with spirits too. Your children deal with spirits too. We all deal with them. Some are worse than others. And rather to catch it young than to catch it when they're already older and don't know what to do with themselves. Okay? Comment down below and tell me how you feel about that. Have a good day. Go on with it.